to go to Danica DiGiorgio in Sydney. Sorry, she's been following up on this horrible case of the child killer who has been released today. The man who killed Sydney schoolgirl, in fact, Samantha Knight, is going to walk free from prison this week. That's despite the New South Wales Attorney-General fighting to keep serial pedophile Michael Guida behind bars for another year. As I said, Danica DiGiorgio is here covering this. She's been listening to the Attorney-General speaking in Sydney. Danica, the Supreme Court has instead placed Guida on an extended 5-year supervision order.
Good afternoon, Chris. Yes, with 56 stringent conditions. Now, Michael Guida has spent the last 23 years behind bars for a string of child sex offences, but this Thursday is set to walk free for the very first time. Now, we just heard from the Attorney-General, Mark Speakman there, who expressed his disappointment. It's been a long battle for the state, as well as for the mother of Samantha Knight. One of probably the most notorious crimes for Michael Guida was the death of Samantha Knight, the Bondi schoolgirl disappeared in the 1990s, and he later admitted to her manslaughter, to fatally drugging her and taking pornographic images of her. So it has been a long battle for the family, and here's what Mark Speakman had to say a short time ago.
I would have liked to have seen him in jail for another 12 months, but we've been unsuccessful in that. But I can promise the family of Samantha Knight and the people of New South Wales that we have fought this case as hard as we can to leave no stone unturned to keep Guida locked up or under extended supervision. I'll be now getting urgent advice on prospects of appeal in relation to the continuing detention order, and also urgent advice on whether we can keep Guida detained while that appeal is heard.
Now, to take you through some of Guida's long history of crimes, in 1996 he pleaded guilty to child sex offences dating back to the 1980s. That includes 60 child sex offences relating to young girls and young boys. There was also separate offences that he was charged with 4 years later, plus the manslaughter of Samantha Knight. Just quickly, Chris, some of that supervision order that he was given, a 5-year supervision order, strict conditions include wearing electronic monitoring equipment, living at a friend's address, a fixed address rather, never changing his name, and a weekly schedule of his movements.